the other thing that I have to say for me is that I dress like what looks good on me now. I mean, you know, when I was younger, I had long black, you know, it was never black, brown and dark, light brown actually, with lots of blonde, curly hair, and I was a hippie. I mean, in the 70s, that's what I was. I was, you know, a flower child, right? And then in high school, I had a low ponytail, very Ally McGraw, you know. So I did that, you know, that's not who I am today, but I always dressed what suited my body and my lifestyle then, at the moment. You know, when I was a Berkeley high school teacher, I dressed one way. Now, as a New York sophisticated woman, I dress another way. So it's, you know, I kind of roll with who I am at all times.
Well, we have to go through phases as we develop and mature, and the world around us changes. So, you know, we try to use what the environment offers us, and we try to stay truthful to who we are at that time in our lives.
Well, yeah, I mean, I meet ladies like you, and to me, I feel that it's even easier to dress up when you're older because you may not have that those restrictions, like Ilona was saying, where she's trying to please other people. She feels like now it's just about her, and she's dressing for herself, where I feel like a lot of younger women and men dress for other people.
Right.
But, so that was interesting hearing about someone who said to me, even though it's a normal concept, that as you get older, you should be more conservative, because I've never even thought about that. That's just something I haven't thought about.
Have you ever asked, or may I ask, who said that?
Yeah.
I would like to know the person's background and what makes them feel this way.
No, he appreciated his grandmother, but the society around him thought it was silly to see. Someone said to him, I would never want my grandmother to dress up because that's silly. She's too old to do that. And for me, I feel like she's too old not to do that.
Right, that reflects that young person's his own insecurity.
Exactly.
But we're not dressing up to look like baby dolls or you know, showgirls or clowns. We're not dressed up.
Do you do it for yourself or for other people?
Oh, absolutely for
myself. First
you do it for yourself,
absolutely
Ilona?
For myself.
You dress for yourself?
I dress for myself to feel good about it. I had a boyfriend once, and I remember him because that was a wonderful thing which he did for me. I was very insecure at the time. As a matter of fact, I was so insecure when somebody said, I really love you, a boyfriend. I wouldn't believe it because I didn't feel I'm lovable. I felt I'm ugly. I felt all kinds of things. I had made a tulle hat at that time, God knows, maybe 30, 35 years ago. I don't even know. You take tulle, is that the right thing, like the ballerina hat underneath the thing? And I made two color combinations, turquoise and pink. And
wonderful.
I made it, twisted it, and I made a chapeau, a little toque.
Yeah.
And I had a date that night, a dinner date. And before we went out, when he came to pick me up, I said, I hope you don't feel, do you feel embarrassed if you go out with me like that? Does that look a little too much? He said, how do you feel about it? I said, I think it's pretty. He said, if you think it's pretty, it will look pretty.
Oh.
And I never forgot that. When I feel comfortable in my clothes, I am comfortable in the other people who look at me, unless they're very strange or they have terrible restriction within themselves.
Exactly.
What about people who want to take a step towards dressing up, but they don't want to go as extreme as you guys? Do you guys have any advice for someone who, you know, they might live in a smaller town, someone might judge them, and they still want to express themselves, but they don't have, you know, I feel like we also realize New York does offer us a lot of freedom to be the people that we are. We do live in New York, and not everyone has that ability where...
You're right. So take it to the extent that you feel most comfortable. I mean, when you're out of your comfort in a zone, then stop.